today I'll be showing you how to bullet journal on a budget without using those fancy notebooks and supplies that are super expensive. And I'll also be showing you my plan for the month of July, so let's go. So I decided to use a binder instead because it is more advantageous compared to the notebooks. Here I'm using a touring binder with A4 size sheets. You can use dotted paper also and a hole puncher. Even if you make a mistake, you can just take out the paper and do it again instead of trying to fix it. So I decided to start off with a quote page. Since my theme for the month of July was cupcakes and sprinkles, I wrote down a quote that says, "Cupcakes are muffins that believed in miracles." I wrote it down in a couple of fonts in black and then filled the page with colorful sprinkles. You'll see me drawing a lot of cupcakes and sprinkles throughout this video. So for my main page, I decided to draw a cupcake and a cloud with some eyelashes and make it rain with sprinkles, and wrote down July in the middle. Then I decided to use blues and pinks for my cupcake and colorful colors for my sprinkles. And then for the base of the cupcake, I colored it blue and gave it an ombre effect. And for the whipped cream part, I decided to use pink and just darken the edges and just lightly color the middle part. And then for the cloud, I did the same thing, darken the edges and lightly shade the middle parts. And then also decided to use a little bit of pink as blush. And for the July, I did some solid colors since I've been doing a lot of ombres and shading. And then I did a little bit of effects with the whitener and filled in my sprinkles with bright colors. Next up is the monthly spread. For this, I decided to draw a normal 5x7 table and then added a small column to write down the days of the month. And I drew a small box to write down all the goals that I have to accomplish for that month, and it looked super plain, so I decided to draw a unicorn cupcake that I came across Pinterest and it looked super cute. And then I wrote down July in the font bubbly and attached it with cupcake garlands, and then wrote down the days of the month and wrote down its dates, and then just colored my cupcake. And then I just colored the July and the cupcakes on the garland and added drop shadow to the boxes. Next up, we have the weekly spread, for which I decided to do some cupcake garlands and write down the day in faux calligraphy. If you want to know how to do faux calligraphy, check out my previous video by clicking on the right corner or by clicking the link in the description. This method is for those who have very less things to write down during the week. I have another method for those who have a lot of things to write down during the week, and that is by drawing 7 identical rectangular boxes and rounding out the corners, and without drawing the top part, because you'll be writing the days in cursive, and then just join the starting and the ending to the boxes, if that makes sense. Next up, we have the habit tracker. For this, I decided to draw cupcakes again, but with hot toppings, and then just wrote down the dates and then wrote down what habit I have to track. For the sleep tracker, I drew 5 clouds, each cloud representing 6 days, and then drew 6 rows of sprinkles, and each row containing 8 sprinkles for each hour of sleep. Next up is the mood tracker. For the title, I wrote it down again in full calligraphy, and then I drew a huge cupcake with some whipped cream, and then drew 31 sprinkles and labeled each color for each mood, and then went ahead and colored the cupcake. And how it works is, every time you track your mood, just write down the date of that day and then color in whatever mood you had that day. So here is the flip through of my bullet journal for the month of July. So that is it for this video, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and also like it if you liked it. See you guys in another video. Till then, bye bye.